Hello everyone.
My name is Isidro L. Lucrisa Jr., a BSED Mathematics student.
My name is Marda Taylaran, a BS Ed Mathematics student.
My name is Jamer Ibabor, a BS Ed Mathematics student. And for this video, we're going to discuss how to simplify numerical expressions involving integers using number properties in order of operation GEMDAS.
Before we simplify numerical expressions involving integers, let us first discuss what are number properties. What are the number properties? So, number properties are certain rules that can be applied and characteristics that numbers follow when we perform arithmetic operations on them. Let us proceed to the type and difference of the number properties. First, the commutative property. Commutative property states that the number on which we operate can be moved or swapped from their position without making any difference to the answer. The property holds for addition and multiplication, but not for subtraction and division. So, this commutative property only applied in addition and multiplication. In addition, we have a plus b is equals to b plus a. In multiplication, we have a times b is equals to b times a. Next is the associative property. Associative property states that when there are three or more numbers are added or multiplied, the sum or the product is the same regardless of the grouping of the addends or the multiplicants. So, in associative property, it will apply on addition and multiplication. In addition, we have a plus quantity of b plus c is equals to a plus b quantity plus c. In multiplication, we have a times b times c is equals to quantity of a times b times c. Next, the identity property. So, the definition of identity property is that the identity property states that a number known as the identity can be added to, subtracted from, multiplied by, or divided into a number without changing the number. So, identity property adding and subtracting 0 and multiplying and dividing 1 to a number does not the value of a number. Order does not matter. So, in this property, it will apply in only on addition and multiplication. So, in addition, a plus 0 is equals to a is equal to 0 plus a. In multiplication, we have a times 1 is equals to a is equals to 1 times a. So, in a main point of this identity property, the identity property of addition is 0 and the identity property of multiplication is equals to 1. So next, the closure property. Closure property state that any operation conducted on elements within a set gives a result which is within the same set of elements. Integers are either positive, negative, or zero. So the answer is not fractional. Integers are closure under the addition. So closure property in addition, we have a plus b is an element of all integers. In multiplication, a times b is an element of all integers. So in subtraction, a minus b is an element of integers, and in division, so a divide b is not equal to an integers. So next is the distributive property. According to this property, the product of a sum or difference of a number is equal to the sum or difference to the products. So multiplication operation is distributed over addition and subtraction. So in addition, we have a times quantity of b plus c is equals to a times b plus a times c. And in subtraction, a times quantity of b minus c is equals to a times b minus a times c.
Now, let's discuss what is GEMDAS. GEMDAS is the order of operations, specifies the order to perform each of the multiple operations in an expression or equation. Many people remember the order with the made-up word GEMDAS. GEMDAS stands for grouping, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. It is a mnemonic used to remember the order of operations in mathematics. Here's what each letter stands for. G is for grouping, like parentheses, brackets, and braces. They indicate what operation that should be performed first. If there are nested grouping symbols, you should start with the innermost group. Example, close and open parenthesis 23 minus 13, close and open parenthesis 7 plus 8 times 4. When you encounter like this equation, 4 plus close parenthesis and open parenthesis 7 minus 3, you should do first the group numbers, which is 7 minus 3 close and open parenthesis. E is for the exponents or powers and roots. It is the next priority. An exponent indicates how many times a number or base is multiplied by itself. Example, a to the power of b, 4 cube. Also, when you encounter like this equation, 23 minus 2 to the power of 5 times 4, do the number that have exponent because it is the second priority and GEMDAS rule. M and D is for multiplication and division. These operations are performed from left to right. Multiplication and division are on the same level of priority. You do them as they appear from left to right in the expression. Example, 6 times 3 plus 8 divided by 4 minus 2. The first equation, the multiplication appears first before the division. So by applying the GEMDAS rule from left to right, let's operate first the multiplication, which is 6 times 3. The second is 3 plus 20 divided by 4 minus 8 times 3. The second equation is division appears first. So by applying the GEMDAS rule, let's operate the division first, which is 20 divided by 4. Next is the addition and subtraction. These operations are also performed from left to right, similar to multiplication and division. They are the last in the order of operations to perform. Example, 3 plus 8 minus 2. Let's solve first the addition because it occurs first before the subtraction by applying the GEMDAS rule from left to right. Second is 20 minus 16 plus 8. The second equation, by applying GEMDAS rule from left to right, the subtraction appears first. So let's operate the subtraction first. That's how we perform GEMDAS operations. Why is GEMDAS important? GEMDAS is essential because it ensures consistency, clarity, and accuracy in mathematical calculations. It provides a structured approach to solving problems, reducing errors, and facilitating clear communications. And additional tips. When you encounter nested grouping symbols, solve the innermost group first and work outward. Second is for multiplication and division or addition and subtraction, always work from left to right as they appear in the expression. By following GEMDAS, you can confidently tackle complex mathematical expression and ensure that your calculations are correct.
We are now on simplifying numerical expression involving integers. So the given problem, 6 divided by 2 minus 4 times 3 plus quantity 1 plus 2 squared. So using the GEMDAS rule, we will evaluate first what was on the group. So inside the group, we have 1 plus 2. So we will write this as 6 divided by 2 minus 4 times 3 plus the value of 1 plus 2, which is 3 squared. So next to the group is number with exponents. So here we have 3 squared. Here we write this as 6 divided by 2 minus 4 times 3 plus the value of 3 squared, which is 9. So now all the exponents are gone. So we'll be moving on the multiplication and division. Remember that when dealing multiplication and division, perform multiplication or multiplication from left to right. So here, the division comes first. So we will evaluate the division first. So 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So copy the rest. 4 times 3 plus 9. After the division, we have the multiplication. So copy 3 minus the value of 4 times 3, which is 12. Then copy 9. So after this, we'll have the last part, which is the addition and subtraction. So since it is the same as multiplication and division, we will perform from left to right. So here we have the subtraction first. So 3 minus 12 is equal to negative 9 plus 9. So negative 9 plus 9 is equal to 0. So the answer for this numerical expression is 0. Pause this video if you want to try solving this problem on your own. We are done on simple problems. Now, let's have this complicated one. Negative 3, a bracket, 12 minus 4, the absolute value of 3 plus 2 times the quantity 4 minus 3. So, let us not forget that parenthesis, bracket, braces, radical, absolute value, and fraction are part of grouping symbols. So any expression inside of those symbols are considered as a group. So here we have a bracket, an absolute value, and a parenthesis. So when dealing with this kind of problem, we must evaluate first the innermost group. So here the innermost group is this parenthesis. So we will evaluate first the parenthesis. So negative 3, bracket, 12 minus 4, absolute value of 3 plus 2. The value of 4 minus 3 is equal to 1, absolute value. So now we have this group, the second group, which is the absolute value. So using also the GEMDAS rule, we will first evaluate the multiplication since we have a multiplication here. So negative 3 times 12 minus 4, absolute value of 3 plus the value of 2 times 1 is equals to 2. So now, we're not done in the absolute value group. So, with the last expression, 3 plus 2, so we have negative 3 times 12 minus 4, absolute value of 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. So, we will be rewriting this as times 5. So now, we have this last expression, 12 minus 4 times 5. Again, using GEMDAS rule, we will have negative 3, 12 minus 4 times 5 is equals to 20. Okay. So now, since we are not done yet, we will have the value of this group. So 12 minus 20 is equal to 8. So we will be rewriting this as negative 3 times negative 8. So now, we will be multiplying these two. So negative 3 times negative 8 is equals to positive 24. So, for the value of this expression, we will have the value of 24. So remember, when dealing with groups, always evaluate first the innermost group, then outwards. Again, radical, absolute value, and even fraction is part of grouping symbols. As long as it has a value in it, we have to evaluate it first. So question, when do we use the number properties? So as you can notice on the solving process, we already did use the number property in solving each of the numerical expressions. For a commutative property, we always get this property on the last evaluation or just when dealing with normal expression. Here, if we switch places these two numbers, we still have the same value. But then again, it is only true on addition and multiplication. Now, for associative property, it only appears when the same symbol are present, but only true on addition and multiplication. On the identity property, we have evaluated in this part the value of 2 times 1. Now, according to the identity property, any number that is multiplied by 1 is equal to itself, which is in this case is 2. These are just examples of number properties, and this concludes that we are already applying it when evaluating an expression using GEMDAS.